Hi, this is Martin. So we have the second exercise of the Android lab, which is shared preferences. So now I've mirrored my phone in the laptop. So let me show you how the application works. So, so this is our application. So basically we have a form kind of page which contains edit text and buttons. So when you want to add new data, let's say for example, your vacancy 099 for CS with debt and 2017. You say add, it gets added to the database. So this is a scroll view in the display page and you can see that it has been added. So that is basically how the application works also. However, if you fail to enter something and you say add, it shows that there's an error. So that is basically how the application works. So now let's get to the code part. So this is our activity_main.xml. So this is basically a simple relative layout with it's just a simple relative layout. So as you can see, this is the design part. Sorry, there seems to be some error. So this is the text part. So there's nothing much in the application except that it has few edit text which are like form fields which are used to get it. And we also have the activity_display.xml. This is pretty simple. It's just a plain activity with a scroll view wherein we populate our data and it contains a table layer. So now let me explain the classes. This is the static data.java. So this is actually used to work with a count variable to keep account of how many students being added. So we have a private variable called count, and then we have functions called increment count to increment the count, get count, return the count, and set count to set the count to the current count. So now let me explain main activity.java here. So first we just declare all the variables that we need. So we create a shared preference object. We do this using a get shared preferences and we set the mode to it. And then the static data, we initialize the static data class object with the current context, and we also set the count to 0. This is how you set it. So then for the add button, you know what we do. So we have to check if any of the fields is null. How we do it is using the check for null function over here. So to show the check for null, let me scroll down. So this is a check for null function. So if at all any string is empty or null, then it sets an error saying it cannot be empty. So that is what the add button does. Otherwise, if at all it's not so, then we find the string to be added. We take all the data and then we convert it to edit text data, which is in the form of a new array, which is an array list, and then we concatenate all the strings, and then we get the shared preferences editor in an editable format, and then we put the string into it, which is the data to be added, and we also put the count inside it. So then once you put, you also have to commit so that it is saved. So then we start the activity, which is the display activity. So now let's go, and also for the view button, we check if it's empty. If it's empty, then you say that data has to be added yet. So we say add details to view. If it's not empty, then we display it. And it starts a new event in the display activity class. Now I'll show you what the display activity class does. It's basically a very simple thing. We take data from the shared preference, we get the data, and then we put it into a two-dimensional array. And then from the two-dimensional array, it's put into a table layout. So here we put it into the two-dimensional array, and then here using the for loops, we put it into the table layout. We have a string array which says register number, name, department, course, etc. So depending on the number of things that we have, it is entered in the following format, displayed in the following format, in a table format, such as register number is this, name is this, like we saw in the demonstration. So that is about how the application works. Thanks for watching.